So, Coke advertisement here.
Product placement.
Has it populated yet? It just hit all right. Getting some people up. All right. All right, let's get my trading review to refresh. All right. Come on, people. Quiet right now.
Yeah, well, it's the Monday, man. Monday blues.
I know, but what's better than this on a Monday?
Not much. It's a short list, Joe. It's
Exactly.
a short list.
It's like going to a rock concert on a Monday. Why not? Listening to weird chill music.
Yeah.
Re-stream.
Oh, there's Matt Dalis.
Boom.
I actually just hit this card stuff.
Wow, CDM's all over it.
You got it. I put it up on my
Digging.
Twitter today. 101,000 followers on Twitter. Let's see if we can pump this up a little bit. Get a little more traction.
See if we can get that one guy from Twitter. Get the other 100,000. That one. At least one. Just one. Give us one.
Just one.
Just one.
Oh, we got beeping. That's all right. All right, let's do this. Nobody else is around. How's my mic? Is it too hot? I'm on top of it.
Yeah, you sound good. You sound good.
Okay.
Very professional.
Very professional in this Best Buy microphone. All right, guys. Crypto chat live. Top corner Joe, Keith, and Sean down in Delaware.
In the bottom square.
What is everybody drinking today?
Oh,
I got the Coke.
I didn't get anything.
I got a tea from South Korea.
Ah, I got nothing.
Usually, Sean, you're usually the
I
one
got nothing.
drinking.
I know.
I'm usually the one drinking.
Yeah, it was a busy day, so I didn't get a chance.
I feel like that was for everybody, wasn't it? It was a busy
Yeah.
week. It was a crazy week.
Yeah, it was a grunty Monday. That's for
Yes.
damn sure.
All right, so let's get to this. All right, crypto chat live. Let's hit the markets. Let's see what's going on. Bitcoin hit 62. We're in the positive range, even though the new day is starting. You see a lot of red right here. That doesn't really matter. It's just a new day. We're at almost 62,000 right now on Bitcoin. Ethereum 37. That's looking good. My Aave. Should we even say Sheeb for our crazy crew down here? I saw some. We'll talk about it later about Sheeb burning $1 trillion, but it's going to take 141 years from them to burn that 1 trillion. So
Nice.
Matic hasn't really moved at all. Nothing else has really moved. So market cap is up 2% in the last 24 hours. Hit an all-time high over the last 24 hours of 2.5 trillion. Bitcoin ETFs start trading tomorrow. Guys, is this going to be a buy the rumor, sell the news, or are we going, as they say on YouTube, parabolic?
To the moon. What do you think, Sean Toshi?
Sean can't stop laughing.
Parabolic is a bad trajectory to the moon, honestly. It doesn't work that way. More elliptic, I think, but the astrophysicists out there. But Yeah, I think the price is already built in, right? Everybody's been talking about ETFs forever. I thought it would never happen. Quite surprised that it did, and that's then we jumped from 45 to 60, and I think that's you see the price in there. So yeah, I think that I don't think that this is going to help it anymore, but I do think that there's a lot of green days ahead still. So
yeah, I tell you, Sean, like I can't drive home from work without listening to commercials for cryptocurrency. Like I think today I was driving somewhere in the afternoon and Interactive Brokers was pumping cryptocurrency accounts. And it's just fascinating to me because they're all moving out of their traditional messaging, like low cost or, best rates or what have you. And now they're all leading with this crypto messaging, which I think, again, will make it available to a much broader audience. It further establishes, the mainstreamness of it. You're no longer something fringy that's out there. I could trade it in my Interactive Brokers account, or, as you said, I think ProShares is leading this exchange. Yeah, a lot more available, a lot more institutional money, a lot more of a foundation. I agree. A lot more up to go.
Yep.
All right, I'm going to show a little breaking news. We haven't done this before. We are now streaming on Twitter right here. Look at those three bobbleheads on the screen. Talking heads.
Look out, Twitterverse. Here we come.
Crypto Twitter. Yeah, I can finally use my 100,000 followers for something. And see if I can compete with BitBoy and the rest of the gang.
I would just like to point out that Pun is back. Pun is in the room. I was looking for him on the milk carton in my fridge, but welcome. Good to have you back, buddy.
Oh, yeah. Where's he been?
I don't know. It doesn't matter. It's behind us, Joe. He's back.
All right.
Look at that fear and greed, Joe. Look at that. Look at that.
This is Keith's favorite part of the day.
Favorite part of the day.
Take it over. Take it over.
Okay. Boom. Fear and greed is showing you solid green, baby. Over 80. And again, 5 minutes ago, we were in the red, clocking in at where were we at, Joe? 25, 26?
Here we go. We'll go down.
Yeah, it's basically like the VIX, right? Let's call it the VIX of cryptocurrency. And an astonishing move, just really astonishing move. And just, again, so bullish.
Yep. If you saw this in the regular stock market, the world would have been ending at 20. And now we're at 80 a month later.
Yep.
I mean, that's phenomenal. Really put that in perspective. That is phenomenal.
And Sean, in the crypto world, that is parabolic.
That's from 1929 to 1991 in a month, right? That's the equivalent.
Yeah.
The great crash to the great boom. Yep.
So the big news of the day is that right here, the Bitcoin Futures ETF hitting tomorrow morning. Will start trading. Do you think this is up for here? This is it? We're going to be doing well after this, or do you think everybody kind of bought in? So we're 62 and we're going to pull back for a little bit.
No, I think you're still going up, right? I mean, there's nothing really happening in the news. I mean, I don't know. The New York Attorney General just hit a couple of guys like Celsius for illegal loans or something, but there's really nothing more. I mean, China banned crypto for the 17th time. Nobody cares anymore. Remember Evergreen? What's that, right? Mm-hmm. Whoever heard of this, second largest real estate fund failing, right? That all went out the window. Nobody cares about that anymore. What more do you have? Yeah, I don't think you got any more existential threats, right? It's just becoming more and more mainstream. So, yeah, I think we're good from here.
Moving it up from here.
Yeah, and even look, I mean, none of us are giving financial advice, but whether or not it bounces sideways or up or down a little bit, like the hour by hour, tick by tick, we're not calling that. But the long-term uptrend definitely is there. And just the more institutional, money that comes in and the broadening out of the investor base, the better it's going to be. only going to push it
segue
up.
into that as Keith says that. Here's a story from the Daily Hodl about institutional investors piling into Cardano, Polkadot, Bitcoin as crypto markets hit new all-time highs. So that has to be a good sign.
Yep, 100%. 100%. But curiously, to your point, it really hasn't moved the needle on Cardano. And I know that article hasn't necessarily broken out, how much, each one has benefited from inflows. But yeah, it's definitely gone into the market leaders, i.e. Bitcoin.
Yeah. And I think you see some depth going now too. It's not just the main 3 or 4, right? But the number 10, the number 12 on CoinMarketCap starting to get some volume as well. So, yeah.
Yeah. And you're not seeing the Cardanos and Ethereum's moving a little bit, but it's because that Bitcoin dominance right now is at 47. Typically during altcoin season, it's at 41. So it's Bitcoin dominance right now. It's all being led by Bitcoin. And here we're going back in the green. It's a new day. It always starts right after our dinner time.
Right.
A little bit.
After we go live, Joe, that's what drives Bitcoin. That's what drives the market.
Exactly.
To all of you Twitter followers out there, like, subscribe, follow us. But we don't give financial advice, Dallas.
Hey, Vincent's right. Yeah, early last October, Bitcoin broke out at 11,000. Yeah, October is usually a good month. September was usually a down month. So question is, when is it going to go back down? Are we going to see the crypto winter ever again? Or is there too much institutional money in here where it's just going to kind of glide from here? Are we going to have it? Some people say, we're going to get the crypto winter that goes back 90%. I don't see us doing that again with all this money in.
Yeah, go to 200 million market cap.
Yeah, that was a different beast then.
That would have to happen for that, I think.
Yeah.
Well, you could still see pullback. But Vincent's right, man. You gloss over that. That's still 6x, right? I mean, that's insane in 12 months.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, the once in a generation, we're living in a moment. So enjoy the ride.
Internet stock boom. We got a couple months here, so.
I'm trying to get to some of our people out there. Everybody just showing up, hanging out. Dallas, who needs the moon face when we have Monday, Wednesday, Friday Dynamo? That's right. He's a good commercial. He's a good pumper for Dynamo.
We got to get him on the show.
Good team player. Yeah,
I'm gonna get
Dynamo 59% gains.
I like that.
We're working on it.
Oh yeah.
All right. Let me see. Let's find some stories out there. Everybody's so quiet tonight. It's been a busy day for all of us, so kind of running around. The only news, really, if you go anywhere on social right now, it's all about the Bitcoin ETF. It's really hard to find any other stories about anything else today.
But I mean, Joe, okay, so pump the brakes. Like, there's so many layers to that story, right? Yes, it's institutional money, mass adoption, but isn't it like a bit of conflicting, the government talking out of both sides of their face? Like, it had to be approved, right? I mean, this didn't just fall out of the sky. So for all the saber rattling, if you will, the anti-cryptocurrency saber rattling, you're still seeing, from another perspective, some of these moves forward to legitimize it. Again, the CEO of Goldman Sachs just last week, do you think to some degree it's the government saying, okay, well, the horse has already left the stable. Let's find some way where we can get a piece of this, either through control or regulation or taxation or whatever. But we don't want to be completely marginal. We need a seat at the table. You think that has something to do with it, or is it something completely else?
Sean, take that.
No, I think it is absolutely right. They want to stay relevant. So
yeah,
how do you stay relevant? You try to keep your irons in the fire. Yeah.
And that's true. C3 Media says, Bitcoin futures isn't really touching actual Bitcoin, but what it is doing is it's getting to the average person. it's kind of getting it out there a little bit better. Anybody that's in our world is going to buy Bitcoin directly. But for people that don't know how to do that or are more worried about going to Coinbase or those other places, you know, that's where you're going to do it that way. You're going to do it through your regular, you know.
Yeah, I see so many posts on Twitter where it's just like, why would I buy the ETF? I'm just going to buy Bitcoin, right? It's not for It's not for them, right? This is for the average guy that wants to have a product that's insured and protected and all this other kinds of things.
Do you think by having this now that they can manipulate, you know, institutions will start manipulating futures a little bit more, or it's going to stabilize the price? Is it going to stabilize the price or manipulate the price?
Well, I think it's regulated, right? An ETF, it has to be registered, and they do all kinds of reporting and insider trading and all that sort of stuff. So I don't think that they'll be able to manipulate the price.
Somebody's getting called.
I am getting called. Hold on. Wait. I'm turning it off. Dallas, I'm not answering it. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm putting the phone down. I'm not answering.
Sean was making a very important point, and then it was hidden. That was loud. That was pretty cool. All right. So anyway, you don't think it could be manipulated at this point? You don't think institutions will manipulate it even more?
No. I mean, I don't think the future could be. Right. Bitcoin, of course, still can, but futures can.
Yeah.
And also, Joe, I mean, when you look at this too, you know, the whole ETF mutual fund, like that whole industry that grew up around traditional stocks has actually outgrown the traditional stocks industry, you know, and it just made it accessible, you know, to the common man, which I'm always a big fan of. I think that's fantastic. So honestly, anything that makes it more accessible or demystifies it or allows engagement in it, I think is a great thing. So,
yeah. And to C3 Media's point, you know, people should get Bitcoin first, but you want it accessible to certain people. And certain people are not going to go out there and buy Bitcoin directly, as it says. Yeah.
Exactly.
And you talk about some of the oldest institutions jumping into it. Sotheby's. Would you ever have seen Sotheby's shift to NFTs, the launch of a digital art metaverse?
Dude, that's crazy. I didn't see that story today. That is crazy.
Yeah. I saw it also. Decentraland is doing a concert with, some fairly staple, brand bands, which is kind of interesting. I'm not sure, it's really nothing more than a web concert, just like anything you might see on YouTube or whatever else, but they're doing it quote unquote inside Decentraland. And I read another article that Facebook is hiring 1,100 people in the UK to work on their metaverse. So they're trying to create their own virtual world. So I think a lot of people are starting to really get into this. Yeah.
When I was whipping around, I was on the CNBC website earlier today. They had no less than 4 articles, on their homepage devoted to cryptocurrency in some way, shape, or form. Like, again, you talk about like the tried and true of, mainstream media. And it's fascinating to see 4 articles in a single day aimed at cryptocurrency and blockchain. I think that's a sign too.
Yeah. And because they're only putting those stories up if they're clickable.
Exactly.
In their newsroom for 25 years, they're not putting a story on a website unless they know people are clicking on it. If it's getting 10 clicks, they ain't putting it on there.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't Gary Vee bring it to Christie's? Yeah, he did. But wasn't that more of a promotion when Gary Vee did it?
No, you say.
I am so hard on that guy. What's the problem with the systems, not actual transactions, blockchain through? Yes, but it helps the general public jump in. That's why we do it.
Yeah. Awareness, understanding, comfort, all that good stuff.
We just have that C3 Media jump in.
The banks, but again, just the awareness, right? That's it.
Yeah. What about the awareness?
Yeah.
Let's see what else we got out here. I haven't seen in a while. Everybody's going straight to the 100,000 Bitcoin because we're kind of doing all Bitcoin today because it seems like it's hot right now. That's all everybody's talking about. I've seen still a lot of the Bitcoins going to 100,000 by the end of the year, but nobody's saying the $300,000 and $400,000.
Yeah, I haven't heard that price point anymore, for sure.
Yeah.
Everybody seems real comfortable with 100, so it's going to happen, right? Like, that's just a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you think it's worth 100, you're going to drive it to 100.
And realistically, I see it going to 100 and everybody's selling off and pulling back to maybe 60 again. Realistically.
Good.
Profit taking.
Yep.
I mean, look when it hit 60 the first time, everybody pulled back.
But that's to be expected to a certain degree, right? I mean, nobody's naive enough to think it only goes one direction. It doesn't correct. It doesn't pull back. Like, it's to be expected. But I mean, again, if you're looking at, gains of this magnitude, and you know what you're signing up for, you're accepting volatility in exchange for, above market returns.
Secret Media, I'm anti this Bitcoin futures. Now with the said, I'd appreciate a spot trading ETF. What do you think about that?
Well, the format of it, yeah.
Yeah. Probably. I mean, now it definitely could happen. No reason they would want to deny that kind of application.
Yeah, but it's steps, right, Sean? I mean, like this gets approved, and then they see how the adoption is and the engagement is, and then another one or another ETF house, comes out with their version, and you just see it start to expand.
Yep.
I'm sitting here looking over here. I'm looking for some more things in the news. Futures. I don't know. Everything is just Bitcoin today. You go anywhere, it's all Bitcoin, 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 Bitcoin.
Yeah, no real news outside of Biddy. Yeah, there we go. I like your style. We'll get there. First we get top 100, then we get our own Dynamo Coin ETF. That'll be an awesome day. I'll wear a Stetson and a wig.
Yeah, I think there's there's a lot. I've been doing a lot of research on custody and trading for for this venture capital guy that I'm partnering with, and it's really interesting landscape how it's matured, and there are a lot of players now in the New York market in particular, which is very, very hard, right? They have one of the most restrictive governance models and licensing models in the country. But there's still quite a few people out there doing a decent depth of coverage too, not just Bitcoin and Ethereum and whatever, but 20 or 30 different coins. So and we're only I don't know, most of these guys got their licenses in 2019 or 2020, so it's just a year into this nascent industry. Overall.
Everybody's just shouting out silly little comments over here today. Got our little everybody wants something to moon cycles or $9 on Amazon.
It's hard now, monocles. Yeah, it's hard now, right? I mean, Ethereum is not gonna moon anytime soon, right? You gotta find the little guys.
Yeah, but like you were saying, Sean, I mean, what we've done in 6 months, is rather extraordinary, and I know the trajectory we're on, and I know the discussions that we're having, like, just so exciting and will be mind-blowing when all of this comes together. But you really do feel the traction. You really do feel the traction with the project. So, excited to see what comes in the next month or two.
Yeah, well, I think, we're well positioned to ride this general wave of adoption. So, yeah, it's good. Very positive.
I'm gonna have to get like a Sheeb shirt on the front Dayless and like Dayless on the back, or like maybe side by side. Just do like.
And for anybody else new watching, we're not promoting Shiba.
We don't give financial advice. We don't give financial advice.
Yes, I think. So I did see a story on that Shiba Inu. They're doing this whole thing saying we're burning 1 trillion SHIB, and it's going to make the price more valuable. They did the math, and he said to burn 1 trillion would take like 140 years at the speed that they're doing it at, so it really doesn't affect anything. And there's something like 3 trillion Shiba.
There you go. It's a headline, clickbait.
So it really doesn't.
Yeah. And I don't know. It's just let's draw some.
Sorry.
There's a lot of people that can dance and sing, but there's only one Michael Jackson, right? Now, was he, better or worse than anybody else? It's really professional. I don't know, but it was Michael Jackson, right? And so that is what Shiba is, right? There's a lot of coins just like that, but it's Shiba. So you're gonna have it's the name, and you're gonna. I think it's gonna be around to stay because so many people are into it, but it's just a name.
A lot of people are asking Dynamo stuff today, so
let
me jump into Dynamo
good.
real quick. So for people newly watching, Sean, Keith, and I, Sean is actually the creator of Dynamo Coin, and we are. Take it away, one of you guys. Just explain it as I try to pull
Sean,
this up.
it's your moment, man. All right, this guy, go for it.
Dynamo, oh boy. I mean, it's it's what I feel that cryptocurrency should be, which is a true community project where anybody can contribute. It's not centralized. It's not having developers that are elitist and just do whatever they want to do and not listening to the user community. It's about inclusion and about building real value, not just a name. So we are starting to work on a name because we realize that that's going to bring capital to the project, which will just make it better. But it's what I feel a cryptocurrency should be.
And right now, Dynamo Coin is trading on Safe Trade. Let me pull that up. This is our exchanges trading on. What are we at today? See, I don't even know how to translate Bitcoin into US dollars to explain.
Yep. The price has been a bit volatile up and down, but we've seen our trading volumes go up 100x from what they had been historically. So really, really positive. I want to see that, continue, and we will see that continue.
And if people are asking about the Dynamo game,
yes.
So the game is being created and we're working on it. And, games like Grand Theft Auto took 6 years. We're working on it. And Sean is a robot and he's been working hard 24 hours a day. And give us a little update of how we're going.
Sure. Got pretty much completed on the land development piece. So all of the houses and everything are laid out. Working on the server backend now to be able to actually purchase and allow you to enter your house. And hoping that we'll be able to show a demo this weekend.
That'd be great.
Yep.
I'm looking at this on Twitter over here at the same time. All right. I'm just trying to see what other questions people have. Everybody wants to know Dynamo. I know we talk in general news. We do that for the YouTube algorithm because not too many people know about Dynamo yet.
And
So-
Sean, let's actually rewind 1 second about the game. I think we should just reinforce for the community the plan and the intention is to do a bit of a land pre-sale in the coming weeks. To help generate interest, to give community access to the game, to build connection. That's coming in the not too distant future, correct?
Yeah, as soon as I can get the server side functional, then I think we'll be in good shape for that. I don't know if it's the end of this week, next week, but very, very soon. Yeah.
Yep, not too distant future. And I think that's huge. I think once people have the opportunity to engage in the coin and buy their chateau, like me and Joe, we're gonna get adjoining little castles so we can throw stuff at each other.
Yes.
It's gonna be really good. It's gonna be really, really good.
Yeah, I think it'll create it'll be our metaverse and it'll create a sense of community and a place for people to engage. And I think that's important when you're trying to build a project. And a lot of it is the people around the project. Having a place to hang out. Cool.
All right, guys. It's top secret, but who's this AAA company that reached out to you?
Oh yeah.
Of course, you can't say it. We're working on that.
Not yet.
But
and the fact that all of us are saying not yet, means it's totally legit and there is some real backing on this one. And we're not about to blow it.
Yep. We don't want to say.
And who was saying there's that Polygon-matic was trending on Twitter? I pulled it up, and it almost looks like it's a bot that was making it trend because it's the same comment over and over again.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So I have a feeling whoever, look, it's just the same three people and the same. Yeah, somebody's trying to make Polygon-matic trend. They probably trying to pump the price a little bit.
People are manipulating crypto?
No.
That doesn't make
Who
sense.
knows? Maybe there was some news that just happened. But I don't know why they would have Kevin Hart attached to it in The Rock. Yeah.
I don't know. What is Polygon done? I don't know.
Yeah, because, I don't see anything going on with them. They're not in the news right now.
Yeah.
All this stuff is being manipulated. AD, I love you. Newgrounds.
Twitter Dynamo. Yeah.
Available on. It's hard. I was actually looking out there and trying to see if I could play around and make a little game and trying to learn a little bit more. And even the games in the past that you could do on phones, you can't play on phones anymore.
Yeah.
It's really becoming hard to put any games on phones unless you're just playing something where you're just shooting the Angry Birds. That's about it.
Yeah, it's hard. It might be possible. We got to see how big the binary ends up. Genshin Impact runs on my iPad, so maybe. I don't know.
Definitely the Mac M1 will be quick enough.
Yeah,
I'm a Mac guy. I just had to tease you, Mac. Keith and I have Macs.
yeah, that'll be fine. But iPhone, I don't know. iPad probably, but iPhone may be tough. Maybe an iPhone, 12 or 10 Pro or something or XR or whatever. Maybe, I don't know. We gotta see how big the binary ends up.
I'm just looking on Twitter. There's so many things on Twitter. You just don't know if they're real or not. And people really need to watch out. How do you know a lot of these are real or not? I think Airdrop Expector is, but there's all these, fake airdrops because nothing is verified, so you don't know if it's real or fake. Oh, don't want to screw up the YouTube.
And we just got banned. Thanks, Joe.
The danger of scrolling Twitter.
Yep.
Oh, all right. Well, we're 30-something minutes in. I don't know. Anybody else have anything else you want to talk about? It's all Bitcoin all the time right now.
Yeah.
Probably sit here all night and see if it's going to boom or crash. But it just seems like it's going sideways. Just hanging out waiting to see what happens tomorrow morning.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Bring back angry China. That made for good news.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Let's see what else I would like to have. Sean recording an instrumental and making it.
I would bid on that C3 Media. I would totally bid.
Yeah.
Play guitar in a little while. Let's just see about
that. Are we all going to be dressing up for Halloween for the Halloween show?
Oh, is it? Are we on?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. Well, I mean, even before Halloween, on Monday, Wednesday,
Friday. You know what? Yeah. That would be a blast. We should totally do that.
Yep.
Nice. All right, have a good workout.
Going to the gym.
What's a gym?
I know. We used to work out.
I know.
And then, we have to do adult stuff. All right. Well, we're going to shut this baby down, or are we going to keep going? I don't know. Seems like everybody's dying out. I don't know anything else to talk about right now.
34 minutes, and then we'll let it run out.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm gonna let the chart stay out. Oh, we're at 62 as we've been talking.
Oh, nice.
We've made the markets push up. We're at
that's what we do, guys. That's what we do.
Mm-hmm. Not Ethereum though. Gonna get Ethereum though. I got more Ethereum than Bitcoin. Ethereum.
I know. Mine's all in more in Cardano. All right. I guess we'll just let it sit here.
Okay.
And I'm going to let this just sit here, guys. Let it play out. And yeah.
We'll say goodnight.
say goodnight, unless everybody just wants to sit and stare at each other.
Good night.
Tempting. My battery's on 6, so yeah.
Cool. They have the cool background they can look at. I'll just step away. So that's what you do. You can look important and smart, and you just put monitors behind you.
You got the background. So if Keith and I leave, it's okay as long as you're still on with the background projected, right?
Yeah, it looks important, right? Looks like a newsroom.
It does look like a newsroom.
Yeah.
Totally does.
Going. All right.
Good night, guys. Well, then I will drop off. I will bid you adieu, and have a great night. Later, Sean Toshi.
Yeah.
Later, Sean.